Hi, this is Leonard from Master Sprinter TV. Today we're going to talk about the topic of age grading or age graded performances. Now, the World Masters Athletics Association, they kind of maintain this table. The USATF also has a table as well. I'll include links in the description of another website as well that you can kind of reference, where you put in your time, say at 100 meters, 200 meters, etc., and it'll give you a percentage. As well, mastersrankings.com also will have in parentheses these age-graded performances. But basically, the age-graded performances are sort of like a handicap, which is a way to compare performances against younger athletes. So the way the age grading works is the percentages are basically kind of represent relative levels. Now again, the age grading is a handicap. So 100% would be considered, say, the world record, at least for your age group. Again, you know, the age groups are kind of in five-year increments. So 100% would be, say, your world class, or sorry, your world record. 90 to 99.9% would be world class. 80 to 89.9% would be national class, or All-American if you're in the U.S. 70 to 79.9% would be considered regional class, and so forth. And so it's a way to kind of compare, at least your personal performances over time. Even if you get slightly slower as you age, you can still maintain that age-graded performance in percentages. So if we take the example of, say, a male athlete running the 100 meters, and let's say at age 45 they run a 13.5 second time. So that's going to put them at approximately a 78%, kind of your regional high regional class. At age 50, though, if they're still running that same time, it puts them at 82%. So they're kind of in the lower end of, All-American. If they're still running that time at age 55, they're 86%. So they're solidly, kind of in that All-American or national class level. If they still are able to run that 13.5 at age 60, that's going to put them at 90%, which would actually be bottom end of world class for 100 meters. In that age group. So if we take my personal experience in 2013, which is my first year at Masters Track, my best time that year was a 12.7. That was deemed an 81.3%, kind of the bottom end of your national class there. In 2017, I ran a much slower 13.11, but on an age-graded rating, it was an 80.9, so still very close in age grading performance, even though the time was slower. And then last year, 2025, I ran a 13.15, the best time for the year, which was an 85.2. So actually, even though my 13.15 last year was much slower than 2013, on an age graded rate perspective, it was actually much faster, because again, there's a tendency of a gradual decline in performance after the age 35, and so that's what the age grading tries to represent. It's just one other thing I think I will mention, this tool where you can put in your time in particular events, 100, 200 meters, or even some of the field events, and see how that compares on an age graded level. I think it also will, when you hit the age grading, it'll actually show how that time, or you say like a long jump distance or so forth, would compare to younger athletes. So it can actually do that conversion from your actual time in your age group, and what that translates into a time, say, for a younger athlete in their 20s. So very interesting tool. Again, I will include that link in the description. So again, the age grading it's kind of saying how fast am I for my age. It's kind of it's a handicap for your age. It's a way to compare your performances against maybe what you ran 5, 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, and so forth. So even if you're gradually declining in time, or you're getting slower over time, you still may, in your age grading performance, still may have relative to peers in your age group, still may be doing pretty well. So again, the age grading is just it's recognition of the fact that as we age, there is a gradual decline in athletic performance, and it's a way to compare athletes at older age groups versus, say, your younger athletes, kind of 20s and 30s. So until next video.